press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, in today's class we will start a new chapter that is on soil. Okay, so the soil term, okay, we all know what soil is, okay, the uses of soil, right? The soil, it doesn't need an introduction, right? We all know how important, okay, how it plays a major role in our life, right? So what comes to your mind when you hear the term soil? Right, a place or a ground where there's too much soil or the plants, trees growing in it, isn't it? Okay, the majorly the plants, right? So what are the plants, trees and everything? Okay, so this needs soil, right? Okay, so the plants, all the plants, trees, they all need soil to grow. Okay, so and since we need plants and trees, right, we need for food and everything, for many other industrial purposes we need trees, etc. So basically plants and trees are very much needed for us, right? And these plants are very much dependent on this soil for their growth. Okay, so basically the point is all the living organisms are dependent on soil itself, right? So soil plays a major role in, okay, so the soil plays a major role in all the living organisms. Okay, so we take food from the plants, right? We need food directly or indirectly. We all are dependent on plants. Okay, even these animals, okay, even if you are dependent on animals or food, okay, if you are dependent on animals or food, and those animals are again dependent on plants itself for the food. Okay, so directly or indirectly we all are dependent on plants, not only for food, even for the many of the industrial purposes. Okay, so in many construction places like textile industries and everything, we need these plants. Okay, in various types, in various honors, these plants are very much helpful to us, and for these plants and trees to grow we need soil, right? So the soil is very important for this plant living. Okay, this soil provides all the important nutrients, minerals to the plant growth. Okay, soil enriched with these nutrients and minerals makes the plant grow well. Okay, it increases this yield. Okay, so this plant, okay, a fertile, a good healthy soil, okay, plays very important for the plant growth. Okay, and soil is not only about just plants. Okay, it is also a habitat for many of these living organisms. Okay, we can see microorganisms, other living organisms. Okay, for example, if you take a pot, okay, for example, take a pot and fill a good healthy soil present in your garden or near your ground or home. Okay, so just put some soil in a pot. Okay, and just observe the soil. Okay, when you see closely the soil, there might be present small ants or even earthworms. Okay, and yes, of course there will be thousands and thousands, millions of these microorganisms. Okay, so we can also say that soil not only is just for plants, also it is for both animals and also microorganisms. Okay, it is a habitat for many of these organisms. Okay, and yes, this soil is a natural resource present on earth. Okay, so where is soil present? It is present on the surface of earth, right? So can we make soil? Can we somehow make soil? No, right? It is a natural source. It is already present in the nature and it is present on the surface of this earth. Okay, and the composition of this soil. Okay, what does this soil contains? Yes, of course it contains all these minerals, nutrients, right? It contains both organic and inorganic constituents. Okay, organic is the one which contains carbon. Okay, organic is the one which contains carbon, and inorganic is the one which does not have carbon content. Okay, and also this soil contains humus. Okay, so what is humus? Humus is the remains. Okay, so this also contains humus. Humus is the remains of dead plants and animals. Okay, so humus is nothing but a remain of dead and decaying, okay, dead parts of these plants and animals. Okay, so the soil is composed of all this organic, inorganic, microorganisms, animals, and humus, etc. Okay, so you might have also observed these earthworms in the soil, right? So that is an example of a living organism using the soil as an habitat. Okay, and this earthworm even increases the fertility of the soil. Okay, so what is fertility? That means it is a kind of healthy soil which improves it favors the plant growth. Okay, if the soil is healthy, okay, the plant grows well. Okay, and the yield increases. It will be more productive if the soil is fertile. Okay, that's how even earthworm helps the soil, okay, to make it more fertile. It improves its condition. Okay, so soil contains all these nutrients, minerals, okay, soil microorganisms, humus, etc. Okay, how does this soil look like? Okay, what is the appearance? Okay, so how does soil look like? Soil, like basically in colors, few soil may be red, okay, some may be a dark brown or blackish, right? So there are different types or different textures of soil. Okay, so some places the soil will be too hard, okay, too hard to touch, and in some places you might have seen the soil will be too soft, or better than the harder ones, more softer or fine particles you might have seen, right? So there is a difference in texture in the soil, difference in colors. Okay, we'll see the reason for this appearance. Okay, but for now just know that the soil appears as in black, okay, or brown, even red sometimes, right? So in these colors we can see the different colors in this soil structure. Okay, so this soil contains, when you touch the soil, you can feel the rock particles, right? A small gravel like structures. Okay, also clay type structures and humus. Yes, they have mentioned this before. Yes, okay, the soil contains, it is composed of all of this, and it appears as a black, brown and red. So okay, now let us see the importance of this soil. Yes, the very first thing to discuss in the importance is that it is helpful in the growth of plants, right? It is because of this soil the plants grow well. Okay, so indirectly soil is the one which we are dependent more on, right? Okay, if the soil is unhealthy, if the soil is not in good condition, it affects the plant growth. If it affects the plant growth, we do not get the required yield, or the products what we actually need. Okay, so basically a healthy fertile soil plays a major role in the growth of plants. Okay, and also how does this helps in growth of plant? By retaining the water. So this soil retains water. Okay, retains water means it absorbs water. Okay, so when we put water to the soil, it does not just flow. Okay, it absorbs the water. So when it absorbs the water, the plant, okay, then the plant needs water, right? That is one of the most important basic need of these plants, right? So if there's no water, the plant cannot grow. It's the same way. We cannot live without water and food, right? So the plants also need food and water, okay? The soil helps these plants to get the required amount of water the plant needs, okay? So when the plant needs water, and when we water the soil, okay, when we water the soil near the plant, okay, it absorbs this water because the soil can retain the water, okay, it can absorb the water. When the soil is retaining the water, that water is absorbed by this plant, you know, for its growth, okay? Also that these soils hold roots of the plants or trees, right? The straw soil, the structure is so that it can hold strongly the roots of this plant, okay? So if it holds roots of this plant, this makes the plant to grow well, okay? This makes the plant to grow in good, with a proper strength. Also, yes, it provides shelter to many organisms. Okay, yes, we have discussed this earlier, that if you take some good amount of soil in a pot, we can see, yes, various organisms, earthworms, different worms or different ants, something like that. We can see some organisms, you know, moving in the soil, right? So, and also, yes, there are microorganisms present everywhere, of course, okay? So this makes the soil a good habitat for other living organisms also, apart from being important for the plant, all right? So soil is basically a very basic need, one of the natural resource which is very most important for everyone, even the plants, animals, living organisms, and also we humans also, and also to microorganisms. So basically soil is so important for us that we have a whole chapter on this soil, right? And in this chapter we will be studying the soil structure, okay? How does this soil look like, different types of soil, okay? And how is this, fertility and texture of soil important to the plant growth, okay? So about this soil we will be studying in detail in this chapter, all right? Okay, now soil profile. So what is this soil profile? Okay, so this soil profile is the vertical section of soil from the surface till where it meets the underlying rocks. Okay, so this is a soil profile. Okay, so what is soil profile? Soil profile is a vertical section of soil from the surface till where it meets the underlying rocks. Okay, so when we see a soil, okay, when we see the soil, we just see it on the surface, okay, we see the plants growing on it, right? So we just see the surface, okay, but there is a whole lot structures, whole lot layers present in this soil, okay. We just see the surface, okay, we just see above how the soil looks like, okay. When we go deep in that, okay, when we actually see the structure, okay, there are various sections, okay, various layers present below this surface what we actually see, okay, and that structures, okay, and that layers, okay, that vertical sections of soil from the surface till where it meets the underlying rocks. Now what does this mean? It meets the underlying rocks, okay. See, this soil profile looks something like this, okay. What was that? With the underlying rocks. Okay, so we are so this is this surface what we see, okay. So here we have plants, right, the grass, various plants, trees and everything. So this is how it looks like when we see it from this surface, okay. So this is the plants, okay. So these are the plants or grasses or any of this, okay. So this is this surface, but when we go deep into the soil we see different layers present in this, okay. Okay, these are the different layers present deep inside this soil, okay. And here we'll be having a small roots of these plants, right, and here the roots go more deep. Okay, so this is a vertical section of soil, okay. Here we have plants or the grasses or the trees, okay, and in the very below layer, yes, of course there are roots present, and as we go deep inside, okay, it depends on this plant how deep the roots can penetrate. And also here are some small rock particles or the stone what we can say. And yes, and this is the basic layer, okay. This is the base, the last layer, which is made up of rocks, okay, big rocks. This, the last layer of this is bedrock, okay. So what is this bedrock? Why do we call it as rock? Yes, because there are the rock. How is the rock? Very heavy stone structures, right? Very big particles, okay. So that is what it is based on. So all these layers are, you know, based upon this base layer, that is rock, okay. Since all these layers are dependent or on this layer, it is called bed of rock, and these are these different layers. Okay, the vertical section of soil from the surface till where it meets this underlying rock. So these the bedrock, okay, the last layer is the underlying rocks, okay, from the surface till it meets the underlying rock, okay, so till here, okay, till here, this is what we call soil profile. Okay, so this is the soil profile. Right, so soil profile is the vertical sections of the soil from the surface till where it meets the underlying bed. Clear? So this is the soil profile. Okay, and there is a difference in this layer. Okay, we have differentiated, we have organized these layers because of they have different physical and chemical properties. Okay, so this will study later. Okay, just for now know that this is a soil profile. Okay, so the definition of soil profile is a vertical section of soil from the surface till where it meets the underlying rock. So this is a soil profile. Okay, so it's something like, see, when we have a whole cake or pastry or something, okay, when we see it from the above, we just see some cream on the top, cherries and etc. Okay, but when we cut the piece, okay, when we actually cut the piece, we can differentiate the layers, right? There is a layer of again a cream with different flavors, again there is bread or something, right? Again there will be some fruits, or again the next layer it will be having some dry fruits or nuts, right? So when we actually cut the piece, we can see the different layers, right? Different flavors, different bread or something, right? So that is how it looks like. Okay, this is, just imagine when we see soil, it is on the surface, but we actually, when we cut it, we don't exactly cut it. I'm just saying for you to understand. Okay, when we actually go deep into the soil, this is how the soil looks like. Okay, with the different layers, and these different we have organized it into different layers because all these layers have different physical and chemical properties. Okay, that's why we have differentiated into different layers. Okay, so this is a soil profile. Yes, now let us see how is soil formed. So do you have any idea how is soil formed? Okay, so how is soil formed? Soil is basically formed by this weathering of rocks. Alright, so soil is basically formed by this weathering of rocks. Okay, so what is this weathering now? Okay, what do you mean by weathering? Weathering is a process in which break down to smaller pieces under this influence of wind, water or climate. Okay, so basically the soil is formed by the weathering of rocks. So how is soil formed? Soil is formed by this weathering of rocks. So now what is exactly weathering? It is a process, okay, in which the rock particles break down into smaller ones. Just that. Okay, so weathering means it is a process in which rocks breaks down to smaller parts. okay, smaller particles. Okay, so how does this breakdown happen? This rock breaks down into smaller pieces under the influence or because of the high water pressure or wind speed or any other climatic changes. Okay, so okay, under this influence of this water, wind and climate, okay, under this influence the rock particles or the big stones or mountains and etc. Okay, so like that, the rock particles under the influence of this high wind speed or high water pressure or the other climatic conditions, that rock heavy particles, okay, big rock particles breaks down gradually. Okay, eventually they break down into very small pieces, and that what the product formed is due to the breakdown of rock particles, that is nothing but what we call soil. Okay, so basically the soil is made up of or formed of weathering of rocks. So what is weathering? Weathering is a breakdown of big rock particles into smaller parts eventually or gradually under the influence of water, wind and climate. Okay, it's not like today we have a big rock particle or big stone or something, and due to that water pressure in one day it had turned into soil tomorrow. No, it is a gradual, it happens. Okay, it takes its own time, it happens. Okay, eventually it happens due to the continuous pressure or high wind speed or any other climatic change. Okay, so that is how soil has formed over these years. Okay, so this is how soil is formed. Okay, so now what does this soil contain? Yes, if the soil is made up of rock particles, then obviously the soil is made contains these rocks, right? Isn't it? Soil is made up of rocks. Okay, so the soil contains basically the most important particle, that is, it contains rocks. Yes, so that is why we have learned earlier that soil contains rocks, because this is what soil is made up of. Okay, and yes, apart from rocks it also contains humus. Yes, we have known this earlier, that humus is a remains of dead and decaying plant and animal matter. Okay, so this forms organic matter, and that further deals with this growth of the plant. Okay, that and all we have discussed earlier. So basically the soil is contains rock particles and humus. All right, and yes, now based on these rocks, different places, in different places there are different rocks. Okay, so basically we have different types of soils, as we have discussed earlier. The soil differs in different textures or different colors, different structure. Okay, so this is because the soil is made from the rocks. Okay, yes, the weathering of rocks makes or forms this soil. All right, we now know that, but there are different rocks, right? All the rocks present in whole world is not the same. Okay, so different places, different countries, different regions have different types of rocks. Okay, in fact the rocks present in some in our country itself, it differs from places to places. Okay, so in tropical regions we have different kind of rocks. Okay, in temperate region we have different rocks, right? So that rock particles differ, and these, due to this difference in the rocks. Okay, so when is soil is formed from the if the soil is formed from the rock of this tropical regions, that will be of course different from the soil formed from the other region, right? So basically there are different types or different textures in the soil, because they are made up of the different rock particles. Okay, and due to this we can see various and different types of rocks. Okay, so this soil is difference in soil can be seen because it is made up of different rocks. Okay, the type of soil differs. All right, So this is about the types of soils. Yes, we'll discuss this types of soil later in the class. Now let us go back to our soil profile. Okay. So in the soil profile we have seen, yes, the soil is made up of different layers, right? Alright, we have, okay, so just imagine a piece of cake, okay? So when we cut the cake, when we see it from the surface, it's just a cream on the top, right? But when we actually cut the piece, we can see a different layers of other cream or other flavor, or a layer of fruit, dry nuts, etc. Okay, so after that we can see layers. In the same way, when we go deep into the soil, or we can observe this soil profile when there is construction going on. Okay, when we dig deep into the soil, okay, in the basic construction, okay, when we actually dig in the starting, that's when you can see. So while we are digging, initially we'll get the soil, but when we go deep inside, we'll get a big rocks, right? So that is what a soil profile is, okay, with the different layers. Okay, so here we have a different layers of soil, and at the base we have this big rock particles, that is the bed of rocks on which this whole soil profile is placed. All right. So this we have plants here, okay, on this surface, okay, plants or trees or etc. And these are the different layers what we can see, okay. So here we have roots, here we have even deeper roots like that, okay, and this we have a small stones. Okay, so there are these different layers, and these layers, okay, these layers are named as different soil horizons. Okay, so these different layers of this soil what we have seen earlier, this is named as soil horizon. Okay, and this soil horizon are nothing but the layer. Horizons are nothing but, here we mean horizon as nothing but layers only. Okay, so soil horizons are the layers of soil with different physical and chemical properties. Okay, so horizons are nothing but these layers. Okay, these are different horizons, as we can say. There are different horizons in the soil due to this difference in the chemical and physical nature of this layers. Okay, so soil horizons are nothing but these layers. Okay, and there are also names for these layers. Okay, so this is the surface, and this part is the O horizon, and the very next to this O is the A horizon, and below that we have B, C. Okay, and at the base where we have this bed rocks, we call it as R horizon. Clear? So these are the these layers or the horizons are also named as O horizon, A horizon, B horizon, and C horizon. Okay, so and at the base we have R horizon. Okay, so these are the soil horizons. Okay, so this is for today's class. In the next class we will study in detail one by one about these horizons, that is O, A, B, C and R. Okay, so in this chapter we will be studying all about the soil, its different structure, texture, different types of soil, etc. Okay, and in this class we have known that soil. Yes, it is one of the most important basic need for us, isn't it? So all the living organisms, plant, animals, we are actually dependent on soil. All right, and soil is formed. Okay, how is this soil formed? It is a natural resource that is present on the surface of this earth. Okay, and this soil is formed by the weathering of rocks. Weathering is nothing but the process in which bigger rock particles are turned or break down into smaller particles by the influence of water, wind, or any other climatic conditions. Okay, and this soil contains different rocks, humus also, and different nutrients, minerals, etc. So all this is present in this soil, which helps which improves the soil condition. Okay, and this improved condition of the soil helps the plant growth. Okay, and soil, we have also seen about the soil profile. Okay, so soil profile is nothing but the layers from the surface to the underlying bedrock. Okay, so that structure is nothing but the soil profile, and there are different layers present in that soil profile. Okay, so that layers are what we call soil horizons. They are named as O, A, B and C and R. Okay, in the next class we will see why there is, or what are the different changes, what are the different physical and chemical properties in these horizons. Okay, thank you.